Hey y'all, welcome to Freedom Makers. I'm Amanda, and today we're going to talk about skill sets. So skill sets are extremely important. You should know how to do a lot of things. But when you're first jumping into homesteading or living a more self-sufficient lifestyle, it can be a very daunting thing to think about all the things that you need to learn how to do, right? It can be a big list. I mean, there's animal husbandry, there's construction for infrastructure, there is canning, there is cooking from scratch, mending. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You need to know how to build a fire. You need to know all these little things if you are looking into being prepared for whatever comes. And so a lot of the people that watch my channel are very into preparedness and homesteading and being a homemaker and that kind of thing. That's kind of what I gravitate toward naturally, is homemaking. So the interests that are traditional for a domestic woman are kind of the things that I'm just naturally interested in. I'm naturally interested in gardening and food preservation. I would love to get into some fiber arts. I would love that. I just haven't had the time to learn, but that's okay. A lot of people jump into this and think, I need to learn everything about everything, but you don't. And it's really okay that you don't. I think it's much better to find what you love, what naturally is your passion, and jump into that. Jump into that first and learn all you can about that thing. So for you, it may be animal husbandry. That's something that I am not really passionate about. I don't mind butchering, and I don't mind taking care of animals and things like that, but I don't have a passion for it. That is what I'm most drawn to. I could never touch a cow or a pig or anything and be completely content. I would much prefer to cook it or to preserve it, put it in jars. If you're just jumping into homesteading, you really need to think and just sit down with yourself about the thing that you are excited about. What on a homestead makes you feel excited and alive? What is that one thing? For me, it's my kitchen. I love being in my kitchen. I love to do all the kitchen stuff. That is where I feel most alive, and I love it. I have no problem being in a kitchen all day. A lot of people hate to be in a kitchen all day, and that's okay. They have other passions, and those are things that are useful too. So that's kind of where community comes in. If you are set on your passion, you know what you're interested in, and you learn everything you can about that, there is probably somebody else in your life that can do the same thing about something else, and then you can swap. So bartering is a big deal. If you were looking at different skills for with preparedness in mind, so it doesn't have to be something big like an EMP. It doesn't have to be like an apocalyptic kind of thing. It can be something as simple as a job loss. When I lost my job, just before I had my daughter, I bartered for a lot of things, and it was services. I bartered to have my oil changed. I've bartered for chiropractic work. I have bartered to have my hair cut a couple times. Those are things that I wasn't going to do myself, and I was growing food at the time that I could barter with other people for their services, and those people were excited to have something fresh and something from a garden, and I was really excited to have those services taken care of for me. So it was something that I could use my passion and my talents for, to swap out for the things that I needed. It doesn't have to be the end of the world to use your skills in a way that benefits you and your family. It can be something just very simple, or it could be that you just want to save money. Maybe you didn't lose your job, you just want to save some money on a haircut. You can pick blueberries, or you can grow lettuce. One lady I bartered a couple years back, I had grown lettuce, and I gave her trays of it that she could grow on her patio, and she could pick throughout the season. And so her family had salad all summer long, and I got a free haircut, and I was tickled pink about that, because that's something that I got to save on. I didn't have to spend that $15. I could just, give them something that I had, because I was growing a ton of food anyway. So today I want you guys to just really zone in on that thing that makes you feel alive, that thing you're passionate about. Call it your niche, whatever. Make that your thing. Learn all you can about it, and don't feel bad about all the other things that you feel like you should learn but don't want to learn or don't have an interest in. And then reach out to others in your community that do have those skill sets. So maybe you can learn from them, or maybe you can barter for the services that they can provide with the things that you do. Since many of my viewers do have a preparedness mindset, obviously these are tips and advice that you could use in a collapsed economy or after an EMP, that kind of thing. You're going to need people local that you can reach out to. And if you know what other people's skill sets are, it's going to be much easier in the future if you've already forged a relationship with those people to barter for skills that you don't have. Most people don't live in a commune, so the alternative is to reach out to people in your community that are already doing the things that you know you are lacking in. If you're in a city or a more populated area, it may be a good idea for you to reach out online to some people in some different niches or with different skill sets. Facebook is a great place to find different communities in your area. So there is a place where you can look at the location of different groups. You can find people in your area. Reach out to friends. Put a post up saying, this is what I'm looking for. Does anybody know how to do this? And you can reach out to those people. A lot of times friends of friends. People know people. And so that's a great way to network is online. If you are in a more rural area like ours, you can probably just go to the local gas station and say, hey, does anybody know how to do this? And they can tell you about their auntie. I mean, that's just how it works out here in the country. Word of mouth in the country is a much easier way to access information because people talk and, you know, like in a small town, it's like a country song. But it's true. So if you reach out to people locally and you just say, hey, this is something I don't know how to do. Does anybody know how to do this? And usually somebody knows somebody that knows what you don't. So there is hope in that. So don't feel like you have to learn everything all at once. I want you guys to just really be thinking about that. And so if you have a skill and you want to share knowledge of that, maybe you have a YouTube channel that is very specific and has a niche, share that in the comment section below. I will let you guys do that in this video. Maybe you're a seamstress. Put that in the comment section below and let us know, hey, I have a sewing channel. Or maybe you're great with animals, or you're a blacksmith, or you're a cobbler, or maybe you're great with construction and you have videos about how to make simple projects on the homestead. Plug all that in the comment section below so everybody can kind of go down in there and check, and maybe they will find your information useful. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate each of you. Thank you so much for sharing your information below. If you don't have a channel but you have a favorite channel in a specific niche, then list that below as well, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys!